Yeah, so it's really, really hard for people with disabilities to really like, you're like, well, we see you doing this, we see you do. When someone says they have a disability and the government approves it and says, yes, you have a disability, because there is a record of you visiting hospitals, taking medications, different things happening. So you can't tell someone with a real record that they're not disabled. You can't. That's also a form of discrimination, and it's abuse, because you're telling them that they're okay when they're not okay, so that you don't help them, right? So apartment complexes are always supposed to work. That's what the manager is for. The guy that comes in this office, his job is to basically do whatever the manager is failing to do if he's here, right? So we're not sure what time he comes. So it's all about coming downstairs and being able to talk. I think he comes in the morning. So a lot of times it takes a lot to even wake up in the morning for me. Like I stay up all night because I'm doing other things. I'm just trying to deal with, it's like I'm working even if I'm not supposed to be working, right? So yeah, so like I said, as we said, it says the Fair Housing Amendments of Act of 1988. Remember, I was born in 1988, so this is just basically a code that's written through me, that this is my responsibility to help inform you guys of your rights, human rights, and it's up to you. That's what I'm saying. It's mandatory for people, organizations that do house you, to be able to inform you, but they said that they're, and here in Spanish, but the apartment complex is also supposed to hire someone that people that can work with you, because when they sign that paper, they're supposed to help the government, help these organizations. They can't do it by themselves, right? So they're supposed to accommodate those rights. So there's a fire alarm, just making sure you check, because this is your space too. You have to make sure you're feeling safe in the space around the people. So here is thank you for choosing our Great Star community. These are all the leasing, a government issued photo ID, paperless online payments. So there's a lot of things that we need to read, making sure that the lease is everything that's signed in the lease is been approved by the government or whatever, not people making up rules. That's what a lot of these managers do. They make up rules. No making up rules. They have these rules that everything here has to be approved. That's how the government protects you. Before apartment complexes open up, it has to be approved. They don't just do whatever they want. They can't. So here is also, I'm just gonna let it sit here for a little while so you can take a picture, a screenshot, and read through it. I can't do everything for you guys, because like I said, I'm also impaired. Like, I'm also a person with a disability, so I need you guys to bear with me. I'm doing the best that I can. So here's all the rules, renter protections, notice, everything here. Also, here is media consent. As you can see, as long as when they put media consent, also you have the right to record. The government already said that. They don't have the right to tell you not to record. It is very disrespectful for a manager to be hired by a company and not follow the company. They hired you, right? They did you a favor and gave you a job. So it's very important for you to respect the tenants and respect their rights. If you don't respect the tenants' rights as a manager, you don't respect the company. You don't care about the company, because you want the company to be sued. And we keep telling you over and over, and you don't want to listen. So the thing is, we don't want these organizations, these companies to think that we're coming here to, they know we're not doing anything wrong. Because if I'm recording every day and you're seeing my content and you're seeing what I'm doing, in other countries, foreigners think that that's bad. In America, it's not bad. In other countries, shaking your booty is illegal. In America, it's a land of freedom, because you have the right, as long as your private parts are covered, unless like in New York, you can be topless outside. In California, you can't, right? But as long as your rights are, your private parts are covered, you can wear a G-string swimsuit, whatever is your outfit, right? By law, you're okay to do that. So understanding that Now, when my organization opens, all I can do is ask that if you can help to help, but if you can't, don't even worry about it. People that sign up that come here, if you come here, don't come here and complain about the issues. I mean, you can make suggestions, but what I do is like you saw what I do. If I see something like this, I just fix it. That's how I help, if I can, right? But if I can't fix it, I just won't. I'm not gonna be like, oh, upstairs, unless it's like endangering people. Like, you get what I mean? Then I'll be like, okay. If it's a danger to people's lives, like one thing that Felipe was like, he was like, oh, it's bad for the image. Guys, the image is not the most important thing. Image is good, but the image is not the most important thing. Of course, image, if everything looks good, people are going to want to come, but the company needs to, the inside, the company also needs to do the right thing. It's not just about image. It's also making sure that everything is properly done. It's not just, because that's deceitfulness. If the organization, if everything looks good, but it's not good, and it's not good, that's deceitfulness. Deceitfulness is saying you're a good person because you're pretty, but then you're really evil. You can use your looks to allure people to come inside, but then you're ready to kill them. Once they're inside, you hurt them because you on the inside, you're not well. You're not well. So people, like I said, the government has to change the law where people who can't serve meat, these things. This is the reason why a lot of employees are not doing the best that they can. They're not eating well. They're not taking care of their bodies. And so that's why they're performing. Hey, how are you? That's why they're not performing very well. You know what I mean? So it's making sure that everybody's eating properly, making sure everybody is, that meat stuff. I mean, when you go outside and you see the Spanish community chopping down real animals in the middle of the streets, this is crazy. That's so mentally disturbing to vegans. Vegan lives matter. That is so disturbing to watch an animal sit outside. You guys gotta take that back to your country. You can't do that stuff. You can't serve that. That's why you guys are all failing. Okay. You have a few people that are doing okay, but you can do better if you eat better. So I feel like Trump, you should illegalize that animal stuff, because it's just so traumatizing, not only to animal community, because a lot of people have dogs and cats, right? And then people from foreign, because Trump already said he doesn't want the Spanish people that are illegal to come into this country. So please do not smuggle people into your apartment and then try to get them jobs. I know you guys are desperate, but we have to figure out another way of doing this, because the people that are selling, I'm at this point going to say, don't sell your stuff outside, because if you're going to sell, you can sell, like, as long as you organize everything, right? And make sure you're not blocking the sidewalk. In Koreatown, do not block the sidewalk. There are still tourists that are coming, and tourists pay, right? So we don't want you guys to block the sidewalk. Everything needs to be organized, or else it cannot be there. If you're going to cook food, you cannot cook that garbage. That stuff is garbage. It's, first of all, it probably didn't even pass the test. Making sure you go check the streets to make sure that everything is clean, that they're feeding people the right foods, right? Making sure that whatever it is, what are they even cooking? What is that animal that they I don't even want to take a picture of it, because mentally it's so disturbing to me. We're supposed to protect the animal community, not to harm it. Okay? So, police officers, this whole thing of calling the police because someone doesn't want to sit down on the bus, take that shit back to your country, because people are allowed to stand up. They're allowed to bring their carts. There are people that come from other Spanish cultures that are using their time wisely and selling the right products on the street, which is okay, but they can't even get on the bus because these other Spanish people are telling them, you have to move. You can't, even black people are doing it. You can't bring that on the bus. They can bring it on the bus as long as it can fit. Pull up that chair and it can work. It's not only for people with disabilities. You just have to move. If a person with a disability comes and the bus is full, they're just going to have to wait for another bus. First come, first serve services, okay? So That's the rule. And like I said, all these are going to be written down and repeatedly until you guys get it through your heads. And Trump, please don't waste no time. Keep working on changing the law. We want to see the difference. We want to make sure that you're making a difference, or else don't vote for him to be president again. Biden, Kamala, you guys can do this. But let me tell you something. You can't keep bringing no more illegal immigrants in this country. There's already immigrants that are already coming in this country that resources are being taken from them. And that's not just black people. That's also Spanish people. That's also Indian people. They need to be taken care of. We got to take care of the people that were already here first. Okay? So we don't want to confuse the situation. All right, so what we're going to do is wash my face. JLo, the skincare line is good. I think it's great, actually. With these masks are really good. This mask is helping the skin so well. Yeah, my skin feels good. So here's another thing you can do, right? I mean, my eyes, I think she only did this for the eyes, but you can put this, just add a little water. Because my eyes feel great. It feels, wow. I think we're going to stick with JLo and Rhode. If Rhode, I might do Rhode, but I might not. Because I can't afford it. So just keep using it. It feels, oh my God, my eyes feel so rejuvenated. Oh my God. Where have you been all my life? So guys, don't give up on posting, because when you keep posting, you get to communicate and you don't, abandon these amazing artists that have given their time. You deserve and earned every dime that you get, and we appreciate you diving into the skincare line. You're not only going to get richer, we want you to get richer if you're doing the right thing, but if you're not using your money for the right products, I mean, like, look at what Elon Musk has done. I don't really like to talk too much about him because there's something in the air that's just refusing me because of the robots. Because, it's like, that's a good example. The reason why he has those things because people are not listening. That's why he's made these robots. He's like, I don't have time for this. That's why Elon Musk has those robots. He's like, I don't have time to keep telling. Why should I have to pay people that I have to argue with? Why does he have to keep arguing with people about what not to, you know what I mean? And it's annoying. I mean, Felipe is a perfect example. They work so hard to build this and still have to argue with you. Still have to repeat. Right? So he's thinking like, well, let them these robots just work on this stuff. He's trying to make, for me, I have to refuse robots and choose humans over robots all the time. As Mother Earth, I can't, you understand what I'm saying? I can't, it's not nothing against you. I can't choose robots over human beings. I feel like human beings have potential to be great. They just need someone to explain it, and they just need more mental health services and to eat better. Okay. So I can't work against human beings. Even if they're not perfect, I still have to love them over robots and things like that. The human is better than the object. I choose you. So let's carry on. I'll tell you more about this. I'm going to take a break, but then we're going to move on to this. I think these are so cute. I'm obsessed with them. I hope that you can actually refill this. If you can't refill it, it's useless. Please make your stuff refillable so we can be able to keep using it. And another thing is if you make it refillable, I mean, we can still we can put something else in here, but people will still think, I'm going to tell you guys if it's good or not, but people can reuse it, but then you can still profit from it because they're going to think that she's using JLo Beauty when she's using Rhode in here. You get what I mean? So they're going to just assume that because the bottle is just so damn cute. You can't even, but if it's not refillable, it's useless. It's garbage. Or you can recycle it and make something else out of it. Okay, let's take a break.